People, Adam back at Old Trafford for the first time in what seems an age, just with my review of the United and Brentford game. It's hard to break a game like this down. It's a friendly at the end of the day and we're missing a lot of first team players. Quickly though, before I want to get into that, I just want to say how good it is to actually be back with what 20 odd thousand fans in there today. Just to walk down to Matt Busby Way again, absolutely brilliant. But back into the game. I said it's a friendly. At the end of the day, you're looking at friendlies and you're going, what can you take away from it? You try and take away positives. Positives for this game. A few of the young lads had decent games. A lot of minutes in the legs for the likes of Wan-Bissaka, Greenwood. These are the only two I see out of tonight's game that could possibly get into this first game of the season against Leeds. Realistically, possibly Lingard, maybe if a few players aren't back from international duty in time. I think we'll see more towards the Preston and the Everton games, more of what we're likely to see against Leeds. Obviously the international players are coming back next week. Unfortunately that whole back line tonight, starting with them, probably are going to end up on loan. Williams, I don't see it. Mengi will go on loan. Axel, unfortunately, isn't cutting the mustard still. I do think he's got a long way to go. I don't think now with Varane coming in, he's nowhere near top four in the pecking order. I think he'll go out on loan. I said Williams has gone, Mengi will go, and then you're looking at Wan-Bissaka, the only one in that defence that's probably going to have a chance of starting against Leeds. He needs to get better, because if it's true and the reports about Trippier are true, then I think Trippier's coming in to goal number one. I think Wan-Bissaka will end up finding himself as backup. He needs to start performing and performing quickly. He had a better game today than the first two games. Interesting to see how we played the Premier League team today and they were at the same fitness levels we were. The two games before against Championship teams in Derby and QPR, they were obviously ahead of us in terms of fitness and their training and pre-season. But all in all, I think we look sharper today. Again though, two mistakes for us. Conceding from a set piece again. Well, there's a lot of work for our new set piece coach and our defensive coach to do. We all heard about that news when that broke, and I think that's going to be interesting going through the season, how this defence adapts. Obviously we're missing key players at the back. It'll be interesting to see how we do when we get the Maguires, the Varanes and the Shaws back in this team. And hopefully we make a decision on the goalkeeper, because Tom Eaton tonight, again, he's loud. Couldn't do anything about the goals, to be honest, from where I was stood. Some great goals in the game tonight, and Eaton was unlucky. Didn't really have much to do but pick the ball out the back of the net. I do feel like the goalkeeper situation needs sorting quickly. We need to know who's going to be our number one to start the season, because we can't be chopping and changing, otherwise we'll end up falling behind. So for me, I've always said Henderson, then with that back four of Maguire, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka and obviously Varane. That's where I'm hoping we're going to be starting this season. De Gea starts, I haven't got a problem with that either, but he needs to make a decision and quick Ollie with that one. So hopefully when these players come back the next couple of weeks, we're going to see that there. As for today, one standout man today, and that was man like Matic. He had to be, didn't it? First game back here, and Matic is the one that stood out. He was a different class tonight for me, composed, and you know what, showing his class. Whether he'll get game time, I doubt it, I really do. And he could be another one who may be going out the door. But for tonight, he was our standout player. That pretty much sums it up. Like I said, good from Elanga, good from a few of the other kids. Great goal from Elanga as well, by the way. Great finish, great team build-up. Spectacular goal from Pereira. Unbelievable. Pre-season Pereira is back, people. Past that, it's a friendly. More game time for a few key players. And we've got to look at some of the youngsters as well. And a lot are impressing. It's just I do think this squad needs dissecting a little bit now, and hopefully by the time Leeds comes around we'll know exactly where we stand and who he's going to be starting that game. For me tonight, just happy to be back. Cheers guys, I'll see you next week at Everton.